Hi Cancers, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. So all my Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women, we are now covering February 7th till the 13th, as you can see below. And for this week, guys, on the 8th, we have Sirius, the dwarf planet, moving into Gemini. So this is like really us taking care of our mental health, our consumption of thoughts, information, and communication style. Okay, and then on the same day we have Mars in Capricorn trining Uranus in Taurus. So this is like having the gift to initiate and act on change, and working hard towards doing things our own passionate and unique individual way. And with this energy, it's really about like, you know, I hear you, but I need to see you. Like if you're serious, I need to see it. I want you to show me. Like so this is going to be the energy where we really have to make sure we're taking action and we're not just talking the talk, but we're walking the walk as well to back up what we're saying or back up our dreams and our goals. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. Okay. All right. So my beautiful Cancerians, when it comes to your health, I feel like for this week, it's all about like you learning through your experiences, figuring out what fits, what doesn't fit, what works, what doesn't work, what foods make you feel a certain way, what foods help you feel better, or what workouts, what exercises work for you, right? Because we're all different, we're all humans, but what makes each of us feel good and not feel good is kind of different. So you just have to learn through your experiences this week. Okay. Yes, it's good to learn through books and other people's, explanations and stuff. But at the end of the day, you won't really know unless you try it. Like, you don't know if you don't like onions unless you try and you're like, I don't really like it. Or you try working out a certain way, or you do something. It may work for someone else, but you're not going to really know if it works for you until you try it and you see, oh, I like it, or oh, I don't like it, right? Like, what is therapeutic for you? Like me, for example, simply walking a mile or a few miles with my dog every day is like my exercise. It's what I love to do, and it's very therapeutic for me. That may not be everyone's cup of tea. Like someone else may like cycling, someone else may like swimming, someone else may like playing hockey. I don't know. It's different for everybody. I also feel there's like emphasis, or your liver or that area of your body is being highlighted. So maybe you need to look into that area, or maybe you're doing a cleanse, or you need a detox, or needing to eat certain foods, or maybe some of you like eating liver. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of either some people like that or some people don't like it. It's kind of a weird taste, but this week is really all about balance and you figuring out what works for you through your experiences, not through someone else's suggestions or word of mouth, but what works for you. You try it out and see, okay, this is how my body reacts to it. Or like, oh, when I get sick, this happens. All right, so this is what I need to do. But the best education really you could ever have is you through your experiences and trying things out for yourself. Okay. You could also be learning from or teaching about health with a Sagittarius person, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or using that energy, just experiencing, freeing yourself and trying new things and not being afraid to try things out for yourself. Okay, so have a little wiggle room for experimenting this week. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new things or try different things, because you won't know if something works unless you try it, right? All right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, this is a really, really good week for you guys. Maybe you may find money. Maybe you may get an extra bonus or a donation, or someone tips you really well. You could be scoring really well on an exam or on a test, or you get the project you really wanted to get, or you get an assignment. You're like, oh yes, I was hoping I'd get this assigned, or I was hoping I'd get in this be appointed to this position, or be with this group, or working with this people, or get this scheduling, this schedule. So something is going to go in your way with your work, school, career, and finances. Either you make more money, or you get the schedule you wanted, or you get that position, or you get to work with the certain people that you really like to work with, right? Because we all have like those work buddies, and sometimes it's like, why am I working with this person? I don't like them. Or you get a day that's a little bit easier, not as tough, or you get to actually do something you really wanted to do. So something is going your way. You get really lucky. Also, some of you could be receiving a large sum of money or a great opportunity that you've been wishing for or that you've really been wanting. And maybe this may come through a suggestion or through networking connections, or someone who sees you, acknowledges you, or appreciates your hard work, or it wants to reward you in some way, or maybe some of you win something. Some kind of good karma is coming back your way, and it's going to make you really, really happy, okay? And if anything good is happening in your life, just please know that you deserve it, okay? And never be hating or jealous on anyone, because you don't know what that person had to go through to get to that position, or what they had to overcome to receive their blessings. So if you are receiving blessings, just know that God, your angels, the universe is saying that you deserve it, you did the right things, or you earned it. And same goes for anyone else. That if you ever see someone succeeding or doing good, just know that your time will come too, and we all have our moments, okay? But something great is going to be happening for you, and you're going to be in the right place, the right time, or be connected to the right people, places, things. And this doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, something major, life-changing. It can be like a small little thing, but it's still going to make you happy. So it's very, very positive. So good for you guys. All right, and then when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here, we have the Moon, the Hermit, and the Four of Wands. All right, so some of you could have Pisces and or Virgo somewhere in your chart, or maybe some of you could be like a double Cancer, okay? And then on this other side, for this other person, it can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all of the above. And yes, it does still apply whether you're single, in a relationship, married, divorced, situationship, friends with benefits, you don't know what's going on. It's okay, it's just the energies. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, Strength in reverse, and the Hanged Man. Okay, all right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, definitely could be a Leo or a Pisces, or earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And it doesn't have to be any of those signs. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, okay? So I feel here someone who's very logical, very practical. They kind of take what you say almost like a little too literal sometimes. You as a water sign usually would kind of just feel, or you expect people to kind of know what you're feeling, understand why you're in a mood or why I'm kind of acting this way, not knowing that not everyone can catch on to that. Not everyone is good with reading body language, or noticing the subtle cues or the differences in our tones and our voices. As water signs, you're naturally just more perceptive, you're more in tune with like your intuition, feelings, and emotions, but not everybody is like that, right? Regardless of what sign they are. And this may be the week where you're kind of in your little moods, okay? Like in dealing with like personal relationships and like people that, you know, actually know you. If it's random people, or like, you know, at work, you're not going to be as like that, but with people who actually know you, your personal relationships, you may be kind of like in a mood, up and down, up and down. I wouldn't say like mad or super sad or emotional, but you're kind of just like, you get in the little moods, okay? You don't really know why, it just happens. But you kind of just expect the people, places, things around you to kind of just get it and understand you. And so I feel like you may say something and you're just kind of saying it because you're in a mood, and this person may take it really literally, and then you kind of are not even feeling that way anymore, and now this person's like confused, like, wait, what? Like that threw me off, and like your energy could really throw them off. Like you say, oh, I'm freezing, oh my gosh, it's so cold, and so they take that literally and try to turn up the heat all the way to like 80 degrees, or bring you like a heated blanket. You're like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I said it was freezing, but like I didn't mean you didn't need to bring me this huge blanket or turn the heater to 80 degrees. Now I'm sweating. And they're like, oh, I thought that's what you wanted. It's like, no, what I meant is that I'm freezing. I'd like for you to come cuddle me and just be close to me. That's what I meant. Duh. And they're like, what? How am I supposed to know that? You're like, come on, like you should just get what I'm trying to say. Like that's obviously just like a dumb example, but like you'll say something, or express yourself in a certain way, and this person, instead of reading into it and kind of catching on to what you're trying to say, they take it too literally, and you're like, no, that's not what I meant, but thanks for your concern. And I feel like they're trying really, really hard. Like, they want to know how to love you, they want to know what makes you tick, how to make you happy, but for them it's not as easy. Like, for you, you may think like it's so obvious, like duh, but it's not as obvious to them. It's like they want to know how to treat you, how to love you, but it's like they need you to tell them. Like, you need to actually like verbalize it and explain it to them and communicate it to them in a way that they can really like understand. Okay, and I feel like this is someone who's really like hardworking, maybe is really dedicated to their school, work, responsibilities. Like, I just feel like they're very like, you know, you could depend on them. Maybe you know their schedule, or you kind of know what they're always up to. Like, they're just a very responsible, dependable person. You can trust them. I feel like they are definitely someone who doesn't like to mess around, and they get the job done. Okay, and I feel like they're trying to be more open with you, or they're trying to understand you more. They're like, oh, well, maybe like I need to be softer, or maybe it's like, and in your mind, I think you're probably like, no, like I need you to be the same you were in the beginning when I met you. Like, I don't want you to change. Like, no, I don't want you to change. I want you to be the same. Don't try to like be something else that you think I want you to be. No, I just want you to be the same. But in their head, they're like trying to figure out how to please you, or how like they want you to tell them what you need so they can be what you need, kind of energy. And they're just kind of like in their feelings, or trying to understand like how they can please you in a better way. And I think sometimes you could be super open, super expressive, loving, and then at other moments you're like kind of want to hide in your shell and kind of do your own thing, and it's nothing personal to them, but you're just kind of like, that's just how you operate at times. And then when you come out of your shell, you're all lively and fun and warm and bubbly, and they're like, what? Like, I thought, were you mad at me, or did I say it? And you're like, no, what are you talking about? Like, I was just on my period, or like, I was just going through something. What do you mean? And they're like, what? Like, something that you do or something that you say may kind of throw them off a little bit. To you, it's normal, but they may not know you as well quite yet to kind of understand your mood swings, or understand like, oh, when she's going, or when he or she is going through this is what I need to just give them space. Okay, but I feel like you guys may celebrate, or there may be some good news happening in one of your guys' lives. I think it's in you, like maybe it's work related for you, or you have a work party or celebration, or something good is happening for you possibly, and you're going to be inviting them. Maybe you guys are going to see some friends or celebrating some kind of good news. And they're gonna be so thrown off. They're like, oh, what? Like, dang, like I thought you were mad at me, or I thought like I was being, or I don't know. And you're like, no, nothing's wrong. Don't worry about it. Misunderstanding. So I feel really good energy here. I don't feel any really big problems. I just do feel like you do need to do your part a little bit, Cancers, to make sure you're explaining and communicating with them. Like, let them know, like, oh yeah, you know, sometimes I go through these mood swings, or sometimes when I'm going through this, I feel like this, but it's nothing personal to you. Like, don't worry, that's just kind of how I am. Like, you gotta be kind of literal with this person. You gotta like really explain to them so they understand, like, oh, okay, I get you. Because otherwise they're like super thrown off and don't know how to handle you, and then they start to get worried and oh my gosh, it's getting super bright now, over things that is really not a big deal. So I like this energy. It's cute. I just feel like you gotta help hold their hand and navigate with them, like show them, like, because maybe this is you're a sea creature, you know, you naturally swim in the waters, and this person is a land animal. They don't swim, so you kind of have to help guide them a little bit, give them a little floaty device until they kind of learn how to paddle and understand the waters. Like, okay, sometimes the currents are going fast, sometimes they're slow, sometimes they're unpredictable, until they kind of understand you a little bit more. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so we're going to continue this on and extend it to get more information, see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. So we'll continue this on and extended. The link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye.